The Razer Blade 14 is a powerful gaming laptop, but lacks a touchscreen, which really brings it into the Windows 8 era of PCs. It's a smart idea because Razer's previous products were experimental, and the Razer Blade 14 is, a proof of concept system. It works well, it's amazingly thin for a PC and, even just for a laptop in general, but starting at $17.99, it's hardly a bargain. Now, the Razer Blade 14 was available for hands-on a while back, like 3 or 4 months ago, but we're finally getting it for a full review now, so let's begin this review. So Razer has carved out a role over the last couple of years as a risk-taking newcomer to the world of PC gaming hardware. The Razer Edge gaming tablet and funky second-screen Razer Blade gaming laptop were both bold moves, both of which made experimental departures from a somewhat stale gaming laptop pattern. But the original Blade never made good on the potential of a touchscreen clickpad, and few games ever had apps that took advantage of it. Conversely, the new Razer Blade cuts a functional, slim profile. It's a smaller version of the larger Blade, but it disposes with the experimental bells and whistles. Gone is the Switchblade second screen touchpad and its LED programmable buttons. Instead, there's a large basic touchpad with click buttons no less, and it's under the keyboard in the middle like what you'd expect. Now, the Blade 14 looks very much like a matte black 14-inch version of the Retina display MacBook Pro, even to the details around the front lip and the recessed keyboard's curvature. It weighs 4.1 pounds and measures 13.6 inches by 9.3 inches and is 0.66 inches thick. The touchpad is fine, but the discrete buttons underneath feel flat and a little bit too flimsy. A click pad is nice, even though I do like click buttons that are dedicated, but it'll be okay. Now, display is the only thing on this laptop that I don't really approve of so much. The Blade 14 looks like the black MacBook Pro with Retina display for gaming, but Razer forgot the Retina display. Now, it's not horrible, the display, but it is only 1600 by 900 pixels, which isn't even 1080p, which has become expected in higher-end laptops. That would be disappointing but acceptable in some circumstances, but this display isn't nearly as crisp or sharp as the phenomenal one on the larger screen Blade we reviewed last year. As far as configurations go, there's only one basic version of the Razer Blade 14, but the one changeable factor is the size of the SSD drive. All versions have the same resolution display, all versions have the same i7 processor, 2GB of NVIDIA GeForce Optimus graphics, and 8GB of RAM. The SSD can be changed from 128GB to 256GB to 512GB, but the price goes up by a fair bit each time you upgrade. According to Razer, the storage is user upgradable, which, it voids the warranty, but the Blade 14 has 2 drive bays, one of which sits unused, and the 8GB of RAM can't be upgraded at all. The specs are obviously above that of a traditional laptop, but, for a $1,700 base price laptop, we need it to be that good. But I'm sure you're wanting to know how, the gaming performance is on this new laptop. Well, it's very good. BioShock Infinite runs at 36 frames per second, and, other 1080p games, even though they're not actually doing them in 1080p, they run fast and smooth. Battery life. Gaming laptops usually suffer when it comes to battery, but the Blade 14 pulls a bit of a coup. We were able to get about 7 hours and 46 minutes of video playback. And the size is very good as well. The 13-inch model, it's pretty good. It's like it's a 14-inch screen kind of in a 13-inch laptop size, so, it's decent in that respect. I would definitely recommend the Razer Blade 14 to anyone looking for a good gaming laptop. Sure, maybe it's not 1080p, and sure, maybe it's a little bit expensive, but if you're willing to pay a little bit to, play games on the go, then the Razer Blade 14 is for you. I'll put the link to the Razer Blade in the description, and thanks for watching this video.